So let's get a bit of a side noting list because I actually had fond memories over the last decade over certain tag teams over recent memory. So there was a top 10 list on the WWE tag teams of the 2010s that I guess caught my interest because there were certain tag teams that I found entertaining from back in the day. Certain, I didn't say all. And they are like slob the knob of freaking NXT tag teams from like the early to mid 2010s. So it just surprised me when most of these NXT tag teams, like prevalently the only people that had a main roster run that's decent enough was, I guess, the Revival. Because I think they were like 3-time Raw Tag Team champions. They won the SmackDown Tag titles a couple times. That's about it. Somehow, the American Alpha is better than Team Hell No for some apparent reason. I didn't give a crap about the tag team, but at least it was a compromising gimmick of both guys that had egos, and they had like what their thing. He had like them, I guess, because of their work rate wise, is not by what they were drawing or what they were doing in their stories or how successful even their reigns were. It was just because they were better wrestlers. Wait, what? Jason Jordan. First of all, they shouldn't have broke up. They shouldn't have broke up American Alpha for any reason other than they were a rip-off Team Angle. They were a rip-off world's greatest tag team anyway. You got your black guy and your bland white athlete tag team partner. The only difference was Shelton Benjamin was our WWE's Elix Skipper. That's technically it. Another thing that got me, and this is from what this is from Wrestling Culture. I think it's still What Culture, but this is Wrestling Culture. So just pardon me when I have to read this smarky crap. Uh, so Wrestling Culture has the Wide family at number 7, the Shield at number 6. The Shield should somehow the Shield at number 6. The Usos, the New Day are all behind Team DIY. That just scares the shit out of me. Like, I understand a list is suggestive. It is over their right that they can put on whatever they want. But if we're talking accessibility wise, why are you putting only an NXT tag team to like teams that will be remembered over decades? What all anybody remembered was their matches they had with the Revival. Like they hot potatoed the tag team titles for like a month, and then they just had an average ladder match. That was about it. And anybody who remembers DIY, it's all because of Tommaso Ciampa heel turn. I don't give a shit about the New Day, but at least Kofi became WWE champion. That's supposed to be more important. And plus, they broke records. I don't care about the New Day, but I can understand they can be a small number 1 or number 2 at best. I can understand that. Why is DIY great? This is literally what he put. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, 2 men that have really put themselves out in NXT tag team division. It had the uh, infectious energy anyone could with, no matter if it was against the, Authors of Pain or the Revival, other teams at the time that were in the tag team division, but they were bound by at least a decent match. Why would you compromise a decent match to be your best match? The Wide family and the Usos had match of the frickin' decade back at Elimination Chamber. The Shield and the Wide family rivalry is freaking amazing. The Shield Evolution matches, those are matches that people remember. Why compromising this over work rate? The crowd went ballistic when the New Day, yeah, the small thousands of fans that are only there because they know the bigger pay-per-views are next or tomorrow. Sure, I understand back then, like when it came to NXT takeovers, they used to be like back in the day when I heard about NXT takeover, and that was like 2015 to 16, that they were a safe haven for a 4-hour pay-per-view that is not WrestleMania. So I can understand like a hidden gem out of just watching the main roster pay-per-views. But like over that, Gargano and Ciampa only had like 2 title defenses, and it was just a small stream of a relationship because of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Why in the hell make this list over just your suggestive, ridiculous reign? And I guess it's because of their individual accomplishments are still in developmental. That makes no sense. I'm sorry, but if it compromises anything, and no disrespect to wrestling culture, I disagree heavily with this freaking list. Jey Uso becomes one of the headliners over for a pay-per-view. Have one more memorable rivalry. The Usos have the more memorable rivalries over what the freaking Real Americans, the Wyatt family, and the New Day. And hell, we could talk crap about what the New Day is, but hell, some of their matches and their segments used to be at least the safe havens from like mid 2010 Raw. They used to be freaking over. Fans like the New Day and buy their merch. Now they've been overstayed their welcome, but at least they've accomplished much to have a name recognized about themselves. Like, really, you're gonna tell me DIY's matches with I don't know, Blake and Murphy were like astounding to me. Amazing. Great work, great. You're a North American champion. Like, it's stuff like this that gets me a bit agitated that NXT's put over this high pedestal than future Hall of Fame teams. I don't get it. I really don't. Not like I have anything against their list. Like, yeah, there's of course a lot of forgettable tag teams over with 2010s. So is the 2000s, but god damn, you got the DIY all because you like their very few matches and just their developmental championship reigns outweighs Kofi Kingston being a WWE champion and being the longest reigning tag team champion. The Usos' multiple reigns with their titles and how even one of them became an essential main eventer and turned heel. Hell, the Revival are better wrestlers than DIY. Why is the Shield at number 6 over the Undisputed Era? I don't know. I don't know. Why is the Shield at number 6? That confuses the hell out of me. Over what they did for the business, being the only positive thing to do about the PG era, you're telling me that the Shield is to you? Oh, but I could have had American Alpha at least number 5, but I put them at number 8. Because they're still on the go jump on a bridge. Whatever, do anything you want with your list. Go ahead. This is not going to ruin my day. Doesn't sound. It sounds like it though, but not really. But just come on, really? Like even for the American alphas, why you put them over on the list was so vague. It was like, but they're better than Team Hell No because Takeover Dallas. Oh my God, did you see their one time reigns? And plus, Jason Jordan became Kurt Angle's fake ass black son. That's about it. They didn't even have memorable reigns with the belt. All you remember is just their one time average match with the Revival. It was just off based on average psychology. It wasn't that compromise of a storytelling match. It was a developmental match, and you're taking this like this is Hall of Fame worthy to matches like Rated RKO versus DX or Hardy Boys versus Dudleys and Edge and Christian. Like, you're telling me, like, out of all the tag teams we've seen over that decade, the best thing you had in your mind was frickin' American Alpha. Huh. You know what? Just for this list, I got a video coming up. Just for this list. And you're gonna hear from it in just a couple, probably in moments. But, that's it coming from this video. I don't think, I'm gonna go over something like this again. This, this just looks stupid. This came out March 10th of 2020. And I understand, like, possibly their opinions probably changed, or this is legitimately what the. Even for their number 7, it was so short. Number 7, where we're closing, it is so short. Why? Like, the Wyatt family did enough average to average at least a viewership before they ruined Bray Wyatt. And you're telling me that, you know what? That's it coming from the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. That's it for me.